So there is such thing as a double yarn over. It's just like working a yarn over with a little change. So in this pattern, the rows alternate with double yarn overs and then a row with single yarn overs on either side of the double. So I'm going to show you a row that has the double yarn over. It begins by knitting 2, so I'm going to slip 1 and knit 1. Then I have to knit 2 together for a right leaning decrease. And here is where I'm going to slip in my double yarn over. As you can see, down here it's sort of at the bottom of one of these flame or leaf shapes. So I'm going to bring the yarn to the front like normal, but because this is a double yarn over, I'm going to bring it again around. So I'll show you that again. The yarn comes to the front and over, to the front and over, making 2 wraps on the right-hand needle. There's 1, there's 2. And then we can work our next stitch as the pattern sets. It just so happens that in this pattern, it's a slip, slip, knit. So I'm going to be working a left leaning decrease. And now you can see trapped between those stitches is 1, 2 wraps. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to knit 2. Knit 2 together as set in the pattern. Now it's time for another double yarn over. Go once, go twice, and continue on, which is a slip, slip, knit. I'm going to finish out the row and show you how to work into the back. So knit 2 together, yarn over twice, slip, slip, knit, and we're going to finish the row. Now this lace pattern that I'm working is stockinette, so it's knitting on the front and purling on the back. So now I'm going to purl across the back like normal, and if I had single yarn overs, I would just purl them. However, because I have double yarn overs, I have to do something a little different. Here it is. Oh wait, one more purl. Here it is. There's my 2 wraps. You really don't want to drop these off the needles because it's hard to wrap them in the right way. So without dropping them off yet, I'm going to move the yarn to the back because into this double yarn over, I'm going to knit 1, purl 1. So knit 1, move the yarn, purl 1, and it feels all loose and crazy, and that's okay. And that's how you work into the back of a double yarn over. I'll show it to you one more time. Now I'm up to my yarn over, move the yarn to the back as if to knit, and knit 1 into that big hole. Move the yarn to the front and purl 1 into the big hole. And that's how you do it. So I'm going to get across this row so I can show you what we've made on the front. So I'm going to continue purling across. And I remember in every pattern with a double yarn over, they're going to ask you to work into the back of it in a different way. This pattern has first a knit, then a purl. But as long as you remember that a double yarn over is going to yield you 2 stitches, you'll be fine. So now I've finished the back of the row, and let's see what we've got. There we have it, these gigantic holes, which are bigger than, you can see my little tiny yarn overs, here and here, here and here, there's my single yarn overs, as opposed to the doubles, which you could practically see from space. So this is a pattern with double yarn overs and single yarn overs.